Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm your host, Konrad, on Wednesday Night Reviews, and from superheroes to average Joes, here's what I read this week. So I recently got to finish all of Stjepan Sejic's Harleen. This is book 3, book 2, and I did a previous review of book 1. So this is a 3-issue set by DC Black Label by Stjepan Sejic, who wrote and drew it. And it is a phenomenal series for anyone who is a fan of Harley Quinn, for anyone who's a fan of psychological drama, or, of course, anyone who just likes Batman or comics. And truly, with this series, if you are a fan of Harley Quinn and claim to be a fan of Harley Quinn, be sure to read this, because this is the Harley book that is going to set the benchmark for her origin. This is going to be the story that makes clear how she went from normal, everyday person like you or me and became Harley. Overall, obviously, Stjepan Sejic's art is fabulous through every book. Every panel, every page is wonderful, whether you're cracking open the very first page of the first book or looking at the last page of the third book. There is no detail left out. It is consistent, and it is beautiful. For those of you who don't know, Stjepan Sejic's main style of art is digital. So he does everything, I believe, in Photoshop with a Wacom tablet or another similar device. So the way the drawings themselves are built from the ground up is a lot different than a traditional artist who might use pencil, paper, or ink. So he can play with colors, and the images he can get out of it are different, the way they're set up as a composition, and it works well for his storytelling style. The story, of course, quite simply, the series is Harleen. It's about Harley Quinzel, and what I liked most about it is it took the character from... Everyone roughly knows the story. We all know she was a normal person. She then met the Joker. She then became Harley Quinn, and we now see her either in a black and red jumpsuit, or more commonly now, you see her with blonde hair with the red and the blue, or sometimes red and black, especially within the new movies such as Suicide Squad or the up-and-coming Birds of Prey. And what I like most about this story is it actually gives you a detailed explanation of how Harley became Harley. It goes from everything from showing her as that normal psychology student to how she got her nickname, to the very gradual and almost understandable descent into madness that she experiences. And my favorite thing that Stjepan Sejic does in this series is show you how it happens in great detail, and not just like, oh, event A, event B. He makes it very emotional, and in a way it humanizes her mental breakdown, her shift to chaos, in a way that the film Joker did for Joker. It makes it not just that she's some villainous monster, but it shows you what it took to get her to break, to get her perspective on the world and justice and criminality and life just to skew enough to become what we know her as. Now, I must admit, a lot of her stories out there, especially the run done by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, are lighthearted, they're fun, they're a little bit ridiculous and off the end, but Harley overall is a fairly friendly character, and she's fairly kid-friendly to an extent, where she doesn't do anything that's monstrously horrible. She's not like executing children or something crazy like that, whereas you might see the Joker do that in a book. Harley wouldn't. She's more light and fluffy usually. This take on Harley, however, shows her in a very realistic environment, which is weird, especially for a comic. But it lets you see what Arkham does to her, what the Joker does to her specifically, and how the events in Gotham form her as a character. So overall, the writing, the story, the art, it is all fabulous. Again, Stjepan Sejic created Harleen. There's book 1, book 2, and book 3. You might be able to get them at your local comic shops. However, they will be coming out February, so just next month. So absolutely, guys, go to your local comic shop now. They very well may be able to order it for you. Beyond that, things like Chapters, Barnes & Noble, they'll be able to start getting it ordered, especially 2 months out. From there, you can also check out your local bookstores. And again, local comic shops, they'll have it. If you're in the GTA, you could check out Silver Snail, Harry Tarantula. You could check out the Sidekick Comics in either Leslieville or the Junction. And of course, if you're outside of Toronto or the GTA, in Niagara specifically, I would recommend Sketchbook Comics. I think they're fantastic. So guys, thanks for tuning in again. I'm your host, Konrad, and this has been a review of Harleen by Stjepan Sejic for DC's Black Label. Check it out.